lemon, Cape Gooseberry. I've got 4 more pots. There's a little clump of them there. So I'll just put that little clump in one there. They're ever so fiddly, the Cape Gooseberry, the tiny little things. And you don't feel very stable, you know, that little flimsy little things. You can put pine needles in to rot down in multi-purpose. It makes it a little bit more ericaceous-y. But I have got ericaceous. I just feel like it'll be okay for this one. It's only a small pot. You can quite easily damage them just putting compost on them. I think that's enough for us to play about with for the store-bought ones. That one's all come out. I need to put some tape in. Change the pot. That's no good. Didn't take long. 3 minutes or something. There's still loads in there, look. But we'll wait and see. We might get a couple more bigger ones come out. They're going a bit leggy. I might even just leave them out and harden off a bit. With it being nice and warm. That's it. Give them a little drink. That cucumber, it will go back in. That's one of the ones I've potted on. It will go back in tonight, but it's staying out all day. There we are. So they'll go back in the French doors in my windowsill. And the other thing I wanted to show you was these. Now, last year, I can see that's a weed. That's not. Last year, I grew the little yellow bush tomatoes in this grey tub. And everybody will be aware that last year was a terrible year for tomatoes. We just didn't seem to get the sunshine. And what was left, I'm not big on green chutney or anything like that, so what was left, I just left to decompose in here. And I noticed this morning when I was watering first thing, can you see there's a little tomato, little yellow tomato skin there? And all these tomatoes look like they're coming up. So I think that's quite cool. That's just left from the green tomatoes from last year. So that's pretty cool if they do turn out to be. So now I'm watering that a little bit more than I would have done normally. Garden centre now. The sweet potatoes definitely got slips coming on this one, the one in the dining room. I think out of all of them, there's about 3 or 4 that's got signs of slips. I will do a bit of an update on just on those. So why Glassman's been here? I've weeded these beds again. This is all just one's picking up. I've hoed all that. It's only the loose stuff. Hoed all that and made the beds a bit more shapely. You can see from that. I've thinned that path out and dug out all the bindweed that I could get to. I've weeded it's a big pile of bindweed. I've weeded the onions and the leeks. I just never got to do the cauliflower, but my idea was I move that into the path a bit, get all the bindweed out and then make it a bit bigger and then put the cauliflower and broccoli in. I've weeded along the edges. I've started putting more wood down, just basically to make the paths look a bit better. Down from, yeah, I think it's looking better. That's just in maybe an hour and a half. And then this bed won't take that much. It's just you can't do it in the heat. So, greenhouse, we've put an extra piece of glass in there. We've put a piece of glass there, and then we've got the gap there. But the idea with that is that the water runs down onto the window. So the window does work now, and it overlaps down onto the guttering, and that works. He's put a piece in here. I've not had a chance to wash it, but I'm going to wash it now. He's put a piece in here, 2 pieces actually. 2 pieces there. And he's also put me that pane of glass in the shed window, which that was a bare window. So we've got that done. I don't know. Woody, it's very warm in here, so it's working, I think. Whoa, get rid of them. And a lot of Z clips as well. I need to. Yeah, it's working. Let's have a look if the window works. Window works fine. He did say I have to be careful with the window because it is sharp. So what I've decided is these 2 back panels and the panel on the front, that's doing the job but just don't look, I don't know, don't match, does it? We're gonna use it this year and then we'll maybe change it for glass then. That's the plan. Sweet potato update. I've moved all the sweet potatoes that got any signs of chitting into the same area. So one was grown in water, which was that one. That one was grown in soil, but in a pot on its own. And all these appear to look like they've got slips coming off of them. So that's the sweet potato update. Nothing else on any of the others. Magic, the traditional compost. Every plant deserves Jack's magic. Get a trolley. Turn it. Grape.
Have they? They didn't say grapes in them. No, the picture said it all.